linear differential equation of nth order is given by b0 of x into dny by dxn plus b1 of x into dn minus 1 y by dxn minus 1 plus so on plus bn minus 1 dy by dx plus bn of x y is equal to r of x. Now this general linear differential equation is said to be homogeneous if r of x is equal to 0. So we consider general linear differential equation and that one is homogeneous also. So I'll make here r of x is equal to 0. Now I am interested in finding its general solution. What is the general solution? Now RHS of this homogeneous equation is always 0. And so that's why we have to find the solution corresponding to only LHS part. Because solution corresponding to RHS part will be obviously it is 0. So just we try to find solution corresponding to LHS part and that is nothing but general solution. Usually general solution y is given by solution corresponding to LHS part plus solution corresponding to RHS part. Solution corresponding to LHS part is also known as complementary function and is denoted by YC. And solution corresponding to RHS part is called YP. It is also called particular integral. So YC is complementary function and YP is particular integral. YC corresponds to homogeneous part, or we may say LHS of the given differential equation equating LHS to 0, and YP corresponds to RHS provided it is non-zero. If RHS equal to 0, then YP is equal to 0. Okay. So therefore, for the homogeneous differential equation 1, this general solution y is equal to YC. Okay. So for homogeneous linear differential equation, y is always equal to YC. Now how to find YC? And now we'll take simple example and then we proceed. Take simple example, let linear differential equation and obviously homogeneous. We focus first of all on homogeneous is given by, we'll take simple example y double dash is equal to 0 and we are interested in finding its solution. Okay, so y double dash equal to 0, when this happens means y dash is equal to c1. Okay, integrate on both sides. Integration of y double dash is y dash and integration of 0 is 0 plus constant of integration is nothing but c1. Again integrate it. So integration of y prime or y dash is equal to y and integration of c1 is nothing but c1x plus constant of integration say c2. So solution is given by y is equal to c1x plus c2. Okay. So this solution satisfies this given differential equation. So I'll call this solution as general solution. One more thing is one special feature of the general solution, it contains arbitrary constant. And number of arbitrary constant is always equal to the order of the given differential equation. So what is order of this given differential equation? It is a second order homogeneous linear differential equation as order is 2 and there are 2 arbitrary constant in general solution of the differential equation. So we get the correct answer. Also it is homogeneous, so YP is obviously 0. So therefore general solution GS is given by y is equal to c1x plus c2. Now next thing. Now take second example. Y double prime minus y is equal to 4. And we are interested, equal to 0. And we are interested in finding general solution. So how to find it? Now we try to find the suitable value for y and which satisfy this equation. Now one more thing is, it is a homogeneous differential equation and is of second order. Okay, so general solution will contain two arbitrary constant. So general solution contain two arbitrary constant, that is general solution is of the type y is equal to c1x plus c2x. Okay, whenever differential equation is of second order, general solution contains two arbitrary constant and is of the type y is equal to c1x plus c2x. Sorry, c1 into y1 plus c2 into y2, where y1 and y2 are two independent solution of the given homogeneous linear differential equation. Now, we are interested in finding this y1 and y2 for this example. So, how to check? So, suppose here this differential equation suggests us y double dash is equal to y. So, suppose if I choose when second order derivative equal to is same as function, when second order derivative of function is equal to a function. So, for that one, suppose if I choose e raised to x, we know that any derivative of e raised to x is always equal to e raised to x. So, I choose over here y is equal to e raised to x, or say y1 is equal to e raised to x. Then we'll check whether it satisfies or not. Now we know that y double prime or y1 double prime is also same as e raised to x. Okay. So if I put in this equation 1, so 1 implies y double prime or y1 double prime minus y is equal, y1 is equal to y1 double prime is e raised to x minus y1 is minus e raised to x, which is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore y is equal to y1 is equal to e raised to x, satisfy this differential equation 1. So therefore y1 is equal to e raised to x is solution of 1. So it is a one solution. Now we are interested in finding second solution, y2. Okay, so what should be y2? Such that second order derivative is equal to same function. So we may choose here y2 is equal to e raised to minus x. So what will be y2 dash? Y2 dash is equal to minus e raised to minus x, and y2 double dash is equal to minus minus plus e raised to again minus x. So therefore y2 double dash is equal to y2 is equal to e raised to x. Both are identical. Sorry, e raised to minus x. So therefore y2 is equal to e raised to minus x is solution of 1. Okay, we get both solution. So therefore general solution of 1 is y is equal to c1 y1 plus c2 y2. So therefore c1 into e raised to x plus c2 into e raised to minus x. Okay. So in general, if differential equation is of nth order, then its general solution is given by y is equal to yc, provided differential equation is homogeneous, and yc is nothing but c1 y1 plus c2 y2 plus so on plus cn yn, provided y1 y2 up to yn are n linearly independent solutions of equation 1, and c1 c2 cn are arbitrary constant. Okay, order of the differential equation is n and there are n arbitrary constant. So this is the case when given differential equation is homogeneous. But if it is not homogeneous, means it is a non-homogeneous, in that case this r of x is not equal to 0. So I will put over here r of x. Then this complementary function for this differential equation will be same. Why? Because its associated homogeneous differential equation is given by, it is given by this b0 of x into dny by dxn plus b1 of x into dn minus 1y by dxn minus 1 plus so on plus bn minus 1 of x into dy by dx plus bn of x into y is equal to 0 is nothing but the LHS part, and that is equal to 0. It is called associated homogeneous differential equation of the given non-homogeneous differential equation 1. Now, so for this associated homogeneous differential equation, solution is given by yc, and yc is nothing but this part, and that is nothing but general solution for this equation but not for equation 1. Okay, so therefore yc is equal to c1y1 plus c2y2 plus 1 plus cn yn. Suppose I am assuming here y1 y2 up to yn are n linearly independent solutions of this homogeneous part which satisfy this homogeneous part. Now what about non-homogeneous part? Now for this non-homogeneous part there exists a solution yp, and yp is nothing but, yes, yp is equal to is particular integral or it is also written as pi, particular integral pi, and it is associated with non-homogeneous part. What exactly it means? It satisfies this yp, it satisfies this whole differential equation, that is LHS is equal to RHS, LHS and RHS. Okay, we'll take example and so that he'll get clear. We take again same example. So take a differential equation, non-homogeneous linear differential equation, y double dash is equal to say 4. Now second order derivative equal to 4. Okay. Now its associated homogeneous differential equation, I'll mention here associated homogeneous linear differential equation is y double prime is equal to 0. Okay. To find complementary function, we solve it, integrate on both sides, y prime is equal to c1 and y is equal to c1x plus c2. So it is nothing but complementary function. So therefore CA, complementary function, is also denoted by yc, and that is nothing but c1x plus c2 for the given differential equation say 1. Now next thing is we have to find the yp, particular integral, that is solution which associate with non-homogeneous part 2. Okay, so we have to check the y, function y, which satisfy LHS as well as RHS. So what should be y? If I choose, suppose y is equal to find yp. Suppose y is equal to say x. We'll check whether it satisfies this equation 1 or not. Then what will be y prime is equal to 1 and y double dash or y double prime is equal to 0. Okay. So it satisfies this homogeneous equation, homogeneous part of this differential equation but not non-homogeneous part. Because y double prime over here I am getting at 0 and over here non-zero number. So when such case arises, that is y double prime is 0 and in the given differential equation it is non-zero, then we just add degree of the x. Okay, so we just powered x. So if y is equal to x square, then what will be y dash? Y dash will be 2x and y double dash it is 2, not 4. So we have to adjust one more 2. So to adjust that 2, I'll choose y is equal to 2x square. So y dash is equal to now 4x and y double dash is equal to 4. Okay. So now this y is equal to 2x square satisfies this given differential equation. So it is a yp. So thus y is equal to 2x square satisfies equation 1. So therefore yp is equal to 2x square. So general solution is given by, general solution is y is equal to yc plus yp. Yc is c1x plus c2 and yp is 2x square. So it's nothing but general solution. Okay. Take again same example, that is y double prime minus y is equal to say 4. Now we know that for this example associated homogeneous linear differential equation is y double prime minus y is equal to 0, and we know that yc is given by c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to minus x. Now we are interested in finding yp, non-homogeneous solution which associated with non-homogeneous part. To find yp, yes, I have to choose y is equal to. Suppose y is equal to x. Then y prime is equal to 1. Y prime is equal to 1 and y double prime is equal to 0. So this equation is not satisfied because y double prime minus y in that case is equal to 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. I need here 4. Okay. So we need some modification. So suppose if I choose x square, then also what I am getting, y prime as 2x and over here 2. Now y double prime minus y is equal to 2 minus 2x and that is not equal to 4. Okay. So if I increase the power of x, I will get terms in x as a LHS part, and obviously on RHS we have just constant. So instead of increasing power I will decrease. Suppose if I choose a constant same 4. Okay. Y is equal to 4. What happens? Y dash is equal to 0. Y double dash is also 0. So therefore y double prime minus y is equal to 0 minus 4 and that is equal to minus 4. But over here RHS is 4. So they are not equal. Okay. So just we need change in the sign. So instead of y is equal to 4, if I choose y is equal to minus 4, then again y prime is 0, y double prime is 0. Now y double prime minus y is equal to y double prime 0 and y prime is minus 4. So minus of minus 4. So that is equal to now 4. That is equal to 4 and 4 is equal to RHS. Okay. So therefore yes, y is equal to minus 4 satisfies this given differential equation 1. So therefore yp, particular integral, okay, is given by minus 4. So general solution is given by y is equal to yc plus yp. So that is nothing but c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to minus x plus yp is nothing but plus minus 4. So minus 4 is the general solution. Okay. So what we did in this lecture, for a homogeneous linear differential equation, general solution consists of only complementary function. But for non-homogeneous linear differential equation, general solution consists of complementary function plus particular integral. Particular integral associate with non-homogeneous part, that is with RHS, and complementary function associate with homogeneous part. Okay, it is denoted by YC. Now next one, we instead of writing this n power of this d by dx, we use some notation. So general linear differential equation is given by LDE is given by b b0 of x dn y by dxn plus b1 of x dn minus 1 y by dxn minus 1 plus so on bn minus 1 of x dy by dx plus bn of x y is equal to r of x. This is a general linear differential equation of nth order. Now, instead of d by dx, use the notation d by dx is equal to capital D. Then this differential equation becomes b0 of x d raised to n operates on y plus b1 of x d raised to n minus 1 operates on y plus so on plus bn minus 1 of x d operates on y plus bn of x into y is equal to r of x. So I can write same thing as b0 of x into d raised to n plus b1 of x into d raised to n minus 1 plus so on plus bn minus 1 of x into d plus bn of x. And whole this bracket operates on y is equal to r of x. Here I choose r as a post factor. This is an operator. This is not constant. So commutative law does not hold over here. So I call this bracket as it is a function of d. It contains the terms in d. So I will call this as f of d. It is some function of d. So f of d operates on y is equal to r of x. So in short, I can write this given general linear differential equation in the form f of d operates on y is equal to r of x. Now what are the properties that are satisfied by this f of d? So we look after the one important property, commutative property, and we'll check whether f of d satisfies this commutative property or this operator satisfies commutative property or not. Suppose f of d is equal to 2d plus 1 and g of d is equal to say d minus 1. What is the commutative property? Commutative property is given by f of d into g of d is equal to g of d into f of d. We'll check for this one. First of all, consider f of d into g of d. So that is nothing but 2d plus 1 into d minus 1. Okay. So here d is nothing but d by dx and that operates on y. Okay. So I can write over here, suppose this operates on y. Okay. This also operates on y. So now I can here find the product. So therefore 2d square plus d. Okay. Minus 2d plus minus 1 whole this bracket operates on y. Okay. And in the same way, g of d into f of d operates on y. That gives us d minus 1 into 2d plus 1 operates on y. So that is nothing but 2d square plus d minus 2d minus 1 operates on y. So both are identical. So for this f of d and g of d, commutative law hold. But suppose if I make some change over here, instead of 2d, if I make 2x into d. Okay, so if I add here variable x, okay, or we may say here b0 that constants are functions of x, not arbitrary constant. So we'll check is it true or not in this case. So consider f of d into g of d operates on y. So that is equal to 2xd plus 1 into d minus 1 operates on y. So that is equal to, now 2x d into d is d square. Next one, 2xd into minus 1 is minus 2xd. Then d into 1 is plus d and minus 1 into plus 1 is minus 1. Whole this bracket operates on y. Okay, I will call this as equation 1, and now consider g of d into f of d, and that operates on y. So that is nothing but d minus 1 into 2xd plus 1 operates on y. Now, over here d into 2xd into d. So d into 2xd, okay, minus this minus 1 into this one, so minus 2xd. Then d into 1 is plus d, and minus 1 into plus 1 is minus 1. And whole this bracket operates on y. Now, look at the first term. Here d operates on 2xd. This is operator. This is not a number. Okay? This is not expression. So, therefore, when d operates on this one, d is nothing but d by dx. D is nothing but d by dx. So, we are finding derivative of 2xd. So, here x, 2x is a function of x, and d, it contains d by dx, also it contains x. So, we may treat this as some function of x. Okay. So, while finding derivative of product of two functions of x, we should use over here product rule. So, how to apply product rule? Okay, I'll keep this d as it is. How can we apply product rule? Here derivative of 2x, keeping d constant into d, plus keep this 2x constant and derivative of d. So d operates on d. Okay, we are using over here product rule. First of all, keep this d constant and derivative of 2x, plus now keep 2x constant and derivative of d, minus 2xd as it is plus d minus 1, whole this bracket operates on y. Simplify it. So I will get here derivative of 2x is just 2. So I will write here 2 into d as it is plus 2x, and d operates on d is nothing but d square, because this operator d satisfies the property d raised to m operates on d raised to n operates on y. That always gives us d raised to m plus n operates on y. Okay. So therefore, using that one, we get here d operates on d is nothing but d square minus 2xd plus d minus 1, and whole this bracket operates on y. So that is nothing but 2x d square minus 2xd, 2d plus d is plus 3d minus 1 operates on y. Call this as equation number 2. Okay, from equations 1 and 2, first term identical, second term is also identical, but what about third term? Not identical, so that's why 1 is not equal to 2. Okay, or f of d operates on g of d operates on y is not equal to g of d operates on f of d operates on y. So commutative law does not hold when this f of d or g of d contains some functions of x. Okay. What are other laws? Other laws are associativity. Associativity is nothing but a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c with respect to addition. So this f of d and g of d satisfy this one, as well as a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. This is associativity with respect to multiplication. Okay, as well as a plus b is same as b plus a, but ab is not equal to ba. Okay, so that are some basic properties of the operator. In the next lecture, we'll find some methods to solve solution of homogeneous linear differential equation by using this operator.